Hello and welcome everyone, I'm your host Adwyn Brown, and in this series we will be making an animal cell inside of Minecraft. The purpose of this channel is to teach science in a unique format because not everyone learns the same. If you're interested in this, then please consider subscribing and I hope you enjoy the video. The main theory you need to know about cells is the cell theory. The cell theory states that the cells are the basic unit of life. All living things are made up of cells and all cells come from other cells. Think about it. All living things are made up of cells. That means you are made up of cells, plants are made up of cells, and any living thing you can imagine, even the smallest bacteria, is made up of cells. Animals are made up of eukaryotic cells. They are called eukaryotic because they have a true nucleus, and prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus. The cells are made up of different organelles, and each organelles have their function. Think about it like the cell is the castle, and it has walls surrounding it called the plasma membrane. And each organelle are different shops inside the castle, and they each have their own function. If I keep this analogy, then the nucleus would be the king, and he gets to tell everyone what to do. He does this by writing scrolls, and each scroll would be later translated and sent through the kingdom. This is exactly what DNA is like. As you can see, I am currently using gold blocks. These gold blocks will represent the plasma membrane. The color I am using does not matter. Most organelles do not have a specific color. The reason why we see colors is because scientists will typically dye the cell to make it easier to look at. For example, if I wanted to dye something green, then I would use malachite green. If I wanted to dye something blue, then I would use methylene blue. And so these are just dyes that scientists put into the cell. It is not typically just a fixed color. And so to represent this, I would be using different colorful blocks. The plasma membrane, sometimes called the cell membrane, is both in eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. We use the fluid mosaic model to describe the cell membrane. A mosaic is made by putting small pieces of glass or tiles of different colors to make a picture. These were very popular in the ancient Roman era. The plasma membrane is actually made up of a lot of smaller pieces, just like how a mosaic is made up of a lot of smaller pieces. The term fluid in the fluid mosaic model describes the movement of the plasma membrane. It is not just stiff, it is capable of moving around just like jello. The cell membrane works like the border police. It gets to monitor what comes in and out of the cell. This is very beneficial because it allows the cell to take out waste products and take in nutrients from the environment. The cell membrane has what we call a selective permeability, which means it can choose what molecule comes in or out of the cell. Now onto the nucleus. The nucleus is what I am building in diamond blocks right now. It contains nearly all of the cell's DNA. The function of the nucleus in animal cells is organizing, protecting, storing, and copying DNA. The nucleus houses the cell's genetic materials, or DNA, and is also the site of synthesis for ribosomes. The nucleus is important for synthesizing ribosomes, which will be later producing protein. We will be going over that more later on. This is, again, just a basic showing what they do. The main thing you need to know is the nucleus holds the DNA, which is the cell's genetic material. You can see that the nucleus is also in this bigger circle as well. That is because DNA is very important, and so your cells want to protect these DNA, and so they encase it in another layer. It's not just floating around your cell. It is in a closed-in area where it can be protected. Now finally, the endoplasmic reticulum. This is what I am building in Lapis right now. I didn't fully finish this, but it will be finished by next episode. The purpose of this is storage, mainly protein synthesis, and lipid metabolism. You might know that we have a rough ER and a smooth ER, ER being endoplasmic reticulum, so there's a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. The reason why the rough is called the rough is because it has protein all on the side, and it being filled with all of these proteins make it rough. The rough ER has millions of membrane-bound proteins, and it's involved with production, folding, quality control, and dispatch of some proteins. While the smooth ER is associated with the lipids. Now, the reason why they're in that shape is to actually increase surface area. These are very large structures, and so it being in this shape that is shown, it actually increases the surface area, and so they can have more stuff all around. And surface area is very important because it provides space for making lipids, folding proteins, and storing important molecules until they are needed. Hopefully you liked this first video. I am very new to this, so if you have any suggestions or any ideas for our next series, then please let me know in the comments. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it with someone. Thank you for watching.